Okay, here's what's going on, guys. I thought I'd make a little video. We've already done a lot of GoPro stuff on the port job and everything, but uh, my buddy Kenzie from Alabama brought to my attention that I really need to cover how a darn two-stroke motor even runs. Okay, so we're going to do that. That's going to help you. Okay, it's going to be kind of hard to do, so just bear with me. Okay, I didn't even know where to start with this. I just assume. Okay, so let's start at top dead center. The piston just fired. The piston travels downward, and right there, it starts to open. You put a light down it, first ray of light. You've seen it in the last video, and you're going to see it in the next one too. Okay, right there, that exhaust is coming out at a fantastic rate. It opens part way. The transfer's open. That means the most of the exhaust pressures came out. Transfer has opened. The Because of the movement of the piston down, it's shoving air back up the transfers. Because at this point, the intake is closed. That means it's not drawing air, so it has to shove it up. Okay? So that's pushing, at this point, air through the transfers and out that exhaust. Now you're getting fresh air and fuel mixture shoving exhaust gases that are spent out. Okay? It continues down. The transfers are filled. Okay? The intake is closed by the piston. All right? Now it's coming back up. Now as that starts back up, there's no pressure from the transfers at this point. A little bit's going back down them. That air fuel mixture comes out of your muffler back in until that closes, okay? And so once that closes, that stops. That's why if you get a hole in your muffler or you got a little too radical, you got a lean saw. That's what causes it on that side. But on the intake side, the way that works is when that's open, right there coming down, it's pushing air up the transfers. Okay? As it comes back up, drawing air back in from the muffler, it stops the pressure in the transfers right there. At 50 thousandths of opening from your floor is where air starts actually flowing. And it goes up, the piston movement upwards makes air draw into the crankcase. Engine comes up, it fires, starts coming down. It's closing the intake, but it hasn't done it yet. Okay? Right there. First ray of light. A big amount of air has come back out into the exhaust. It's spent exhaust gases. Right there, halfway down, the transfer's open. Fresh air fuel come back in. Push the expended mixture out, and it has fresh air fuel back in. This process just keeps on being repeated, okay? So that's how a two-stroke works. Okay, here's the deal, guys. These darn things are an air pump. That's all they are. And they're backwashing air back through the intake. They're back going out the exhaust, up and down the transfers. That piston going up and down is making all of that happen. No valve train. It's built in. Is it efficient? Yep, it's pretty good. You're not going to build a good saw without a degree wheel. Just get one, trust me. There's too much difference in the deck heights. Ain't nobody God. You're not gonna sit there with a tool and say, okay, bam, bam. I will cover all this in the next video. I just want you to know a few things first. Okay, your blowdown is cycle is when your piston's traveling down and where it opens. You'll degree that. You'll see a lot of stock saws at 104. We'll run them as far as down as 90. On this one, no, I'm not gonna. I want a turkey saw out of this. And I want good RPMs. We'll cover all that, how to get both. Okay, now, you're going to, as porting, get in your head that with the degree wheel, you're gonna measure and map this porting. And I'll show you all this in the next video. I'll actually do the whole map. so you know where you're at before you start. You got a baseline. You need to know whether you're using a base gasket or you're not. Okay, that'll make a difference. In this saw, I'm not using a base gasket. I want to gain a little compression, but I'm gaining intake timing. Okay, now here's what the deal is. When you alter these saws, there's three things you're looking at: exhaust, intake, and them transfers. Okay, see them on the left side? You can see where that transfer, this is actually a 66 Magnum big bore. It's kind of tough to do. The fuel is pulled up through that port. This is an open port, and it comes out here. Okay, you can see that line from where the tank closes or opens does line up with the middle of that exhaust, kind of. Okay, now I'm going to cover a couple things that you need to know. Okay, basically what you're doing is you know you're going to change this timing on the roof. You're going to take a little off of this roof right in here. Okay, you see that? And you're going to take a little off of the bottom of the intake. Okay, now remember, airflow starts at 50 thousandths. Just remember that. It's going to be important in the next video. Okay, now this is your vacuum side. This is your pressure side. Don't get them mixed up. Pressure moves way fast. Vacuum is hard to pull. Okay, so you will open up your transfers, and we're going to cover that. Now, when I check my transfer timing, because there's no freaking way I can see in there, I put a ring in there, and I put it right at, boy, that's hard to do on camera, right there on that edge, right exactly where that is. And I like using a nice stiff ring if I got one. And then when I mount my cylinder, I can, with my degree wheel, I can just kind of come up and just feel that, just touch that. Move nice and slow so it touches that. Okay, then I take the measurement of my transfer itself, which is right in there, you know, the width of that. And I'm going to show you how to transfer that measurement to a degree, okay? And we're going to do that in thousandths. And I'll show you all that in the next video. And hopefully this gives you a good understanding of what we're actually doing next. I want all of you to be able to do exactly what I do on this saw. Okay, that's my goal. Leave a comment. If you got a question, leave a comment. If you want to email me for something, pull up the little tab on the bottom of the video. And you'll see in categories, you got my email. Okay, guys? Okay, thanks a lot, man.